Did you just yawn? Or perhaps you are fighting the urge to do it right now just because I mentioned the word? It is one of the most mysterious and uncontrollable reflexes of the human body. You can be wide awake, in the middle of a conversation, or watching a movie, but the moment you see someone else open their mouth and take that deep breath, your own brain reacts almost instantly. We call it contagious yawning, and for centuries, it has puzzled scientists and philosophers alike. Is it a sign of boredom, a lack of oxygen, or something much deeper hidden within our DNA? Today, we are diving into the fascinating science behind why we catch yawns like a virus. First, let's clear up a common myth. For a long time, people believed we yawn to get more oxygen into our blood or to release carbon dioxide. However, research has largely debunked this. If that were true, we would yawn more when we exercise, but we don't. The real reason behind the contagious nature of a yawn lies not in our lungs, but deep within our brains. Scientists believe it is linked to something called the mirror neuron system. These are special brain cells that fire both when you perform an action and when you observe someone else performing that same action. When you see a friend yawn, your mirror neurons simulate the sensation, making your body feel the physical need to repeat the movement. This leads us to the most popular theory, empathy. Studies have shown that contagious yawning is a deeply social behavior. It is essentially a way for our brains to sync up with the emotions of those around us. In fact, research suggests that you are much more likely to catch a yawn from a family member or a close friend than from a complete stranger. The stronger your social bond with someone, the more your brain mirrors their physiological state. This is why children under the age of 4, whose brains are still developing the capacity for complex empathy, often don't catch yawns at all. There is also an evolutionary perspective to this mystery. Our ancestors lived in tight-knit groups where survival depended on everyone being on the same page. Some evolutionary biologists suggest that contagious yawning served as a silent communication tool to synchronize group behavior. If one member of the tribe was tired or less alert, a collective yawn would signal to the entire group that it was time to rest, or conversely, it served to increase everyone's collective arousal and alertness to stay safe from predators. It was essentially a prehistoric check-in for the group's internal clock. Another interesting theory is the brain cooling hypothesis. Some researchers believe that yawning serves as a biological radiator. When we take in that big gulp of air, it helps cool down the blood traveling to the brain, which keeps us more alert. If the environment is at a certain temperature and one person yawns to cool their brain, the rest of the group might catch it to ensure their brains are also operating at the optimal temperature for survival. It sounds strange, but experiments have shown that people yawn less when they have a cold pack on their heads. Interestingly, humans aren't the only ones who do this. Contagious yawning has been observed in chimpanzees, lions, and even domestic dogs. If you've ever yawned and noticed your pet dog doing the same shortly after, it's not a coincidence. It is a sign of the deep emotional connection and social mirroring between you and your furry friend. It turns out that catching a yawn is one of nature's most basic ways of saying, "I feel what you feel." So, the next time you find yourself yawning in a meeting or a classroom just because someone else did, don't feel embarrassed. It is actually a sign that your brain is hardwired for social connection and empathy. It is an ancient, beautiful piece of human biology that connects us all. If you found this dive into the science of yawning interesting, please hit the like button and share your thoughts in the comments. Did you yawn during this video? Don't forget to share this with your friends to see if they catch it too, and subscribe for more deep dives into the mysteries of the human body. Thanks for watching.